Hi, Huzaifa. This is just a recap of our lesson today, and I'll demonstrate what we went through and what would be great to practice through the week. Okay, so we started with arpeggios, which is basically the broken chord, and we started with the C major, and we went to a C minor. Now remember, this is an arpeggio. And the fingering for the right hand would be 1, 2, 3, and 5. With the left hand, it is 5, 3, 2, 1. That is the major C major arpeggio. To turn that into the C minor arpeggio, we just drop that third or the second note down by a semitone. And what I was asking you to do was to play an arpeggio in a major, up and down, and then immediately a minor arpeggio. Both separately and the two hands together. We also discussed a triad, 3 notes, played together as a chord. The C major triad. The fingering for that would be 1, 3, and 5. And we introduced the concept of modern Western sort of rock pop music, where the pianist might accompany a chord with an octave spaced left hand. So for a C major, obviously 2 Cs played together. And we tried working on a little rhythm for that. So now I chose a 3/4 time, which just basically means there's 3 beats to a bar. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, because that seemed to be the natural way that you were playing it, was in sort of like a 3/4 time. And we introduced the concept also of the sustain pedal, which on a real like acoustic piano would be the piano pedal to the right. When depressed, it releases a damper on the strings effectively and releases the strings to vibrate freely. So you get this sound. Obviously, when I release the pedal, the damper in effect will go back onto the strings and stop them vibrating. So pedal off. And the use of a sustain pedal, although is very important, and when not to use it is as important, if not more. So we had our little rhythm going in 3/4 time, and I was asking you to use the sustain pedal, but with a release after every bar at the same time as playing the last chord. Just because so then the chords and the sound and everything doesn't become like a mishmash. So we were doing something like this. Where you can see that the last chord doesn't resonate on, it finishes fairly quickly. In fact, it finishes when the notes are released. But then it's reintroduced the sustain on the first chord. And the sustain is kept through until that final chord of the bar. And that is a very common practice. It is good to practice that as well. It's the timing of using your hands on the last chord and releasing the sustain pedal almost instantaneously, although the sustain pedal probably just a tiny weeny bit, a fraction of a second after you've played a chord. It's a feel thing. It's hard to explain. You will, after experience, get to know when, the feeling of when you should be releasing it. Is how you want things to sound and how you feel with the music and how you play. The sustain pedal relates directly to how you play. Okay, I hope that helps. Have a great week, and hopefully we can catch up some point next week. Okay, you take care.